हुई है और कितने लोग प्रभावित हुए हैं? एक इंडियन एयरलाइंस का किया।
माननीय सदस्य जब एक बार पूछ ले तो माननीय मंत्री जी।
सर, ये क्वेश्चन वैसे एयर इंडिया के हिसाब से पूछा गया था तो उसका इन्फॉर्मेशन हमने दिया था सर। वैसे जो कैंसिलेशन और डिले की जब बात आती है तो अप्रैल और जून के बीच में, बिटवीन अप्रैल एंड जून ऑफ दिस ईयर, ओवरऑल सर ये, क्योंकि ये विषय केरला के संबंधित था तो उसी का इन्फॉर्मेशन अभी रखा है। बाकी दूसरे पूरे देश का हो तो आप ज़रूर आपको बताएंगे, बाद में उसका भी वो सर्कुलर लेंगे। पर इसके हिसाब से सर अप्रैल में कैंसिलेशंस कुल मिलाकर 14 हुआ है सर अप्रैल में, मई में 132 हुआ है और जून में 18। तो पूरे मिलाकर तीनों महीनों में 164 कैंसिलेशंस हुए।
श्री केसी वेणुगोपाल।
The delay of the flights, especially Air India and other flights, also become the order of the day nowadays. Being a member of Parliament of Kerala, so many people are living in Middle East who are suffering through these delays. Sometimes the flight has been cancelled without any information. That there is no cancellation charges also not giving to the customer. Once he is cancelled, his amount is also gone. Whether the government is studied these things and whether the government is forming to set up a system to monitor all these cancellations and what action the government is going to take. And then one more thing, sir. The fees also. This our Kerala government themselves already given a memorandum to yourself. Entire MP has given memorandum so many times that the fare of the Gulf fare sector, the fare is very exorbitantly high. There is no justification. All over India, same pattern is there, exorbitant high. Whether any mechanic.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, Air India, the honorable member who has raised, the senior member who has raised regarding the cancellations, and we acknowledge the fact that there has been one issue with the Air India Express, not Air India, sir, Air India Express, especially in the month of June. On May 7th of this year, sir, there are a lot of the crew with Air India Express, because it was merging with Air Asia. There was some internal issues that have cropped up, and there was a mass strike that has happened. Because of the strike, which is why there were a lot of cancellations that have happened also, and this we have seen in the month of May. And in fact, the earlier answer that I have given, the number of cancellations, there was a huge spike in May because of this issue. And once this issue started, it was a ministry which got involved, the DGCA facilitated a lot of discussions between the airlines, the crew members and everything. It was sorted, sir. But because of the gap that which for the 3 days, when the cancellations, when the crew was not functioning, there was another software glitch also which happened. Because of this software glitch, the crew member data which was supposed to be with the airlines, there was some problem with that, and then manually they were trying to enter. And so for everything to get back to normalcy, there was some time. But right now we are ensuring that there are no cancellations or no delays happening in the flight system. And like you have mentioned, sir, there are civil aviation requirements also. There are already regulations and guidelines which are in place, which will ensure that whenever there is a delay happening or a cancellation happening, and if the airline is not following the regulations that are being set up by the ministry, then the ministry gets involved, and it is ensuring that they get the refund or reaccommodation or readjustment done in other flights. And I'd like to take an example also. Recently, when Air India was not, when observed, we investigated and we observed that Air India was not following a certain guideline. We have penalized them for 10 lakh rupees. And this Air India Express incident also, this strike incident which has happened, DGCA is going into depth. It is investigating the issue. If there seems to be any non-compliance from the airlines, then definitely we are going to penalize them and ensure that the passenger is the top priority.
Shri Praveen Patel. प्रवीण पटेल।
आपने हमें प्रश्न पूछने का अवसर दिया, इसके लिए आपके प्रति आभार प्रकट करना चाहेंगे। मेरा प्रश्न माननीय मंत्री जी से प्रयागराज एयरपोर्ट से संबंधित है। पिछले कुंभ में लगभग 22 करोड़ लोग कुंभ में आए थे और बड़ी संख्या में, रिकॉर्ड संख्या में लोग एयरपोर्ट के माध्यम से आए थे। तो हम माननीय मंत्री जी से ये जानना चाहते हैं, चूँकि आगामी कुंभ होने वाला है और इस बार प्रस्तावित लगभग 40 करोड़ लोग आने की संभावना है, एयरपोर्ट पर काफ़ी दबाव रहेगा, तो क्या नाइट लैंडिंग की वहाँ पर सुविधा प्रदान की जाएगी? और कुंभ के दौरान क्या इसको इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट की सुविधा दी जा सकती है? यही आपसे प्रश्न
माननीय
पूछना था।
सदस्य।
Honorable Speaker, sir, the question is not directly related to the question that is on the list today. So I will give the member the relevant information afterwards, sir.
43, क्वेश्चन नंबर 43। अब एक बार नए नए आप सभी हैं, लेकिन 3 महीने में सारे डिपार्टमेंटों का अध्ययन कर लें। अगली बार पूरा जवाब परफेक्टली ये संसद के सत्र के अंदर।
ऐसा है सर, एक एयरपोर्ट की क्वेश्चन लिस्ट होता है और 157 एयरपोर्ट्स है सर। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के वजह से जो 74 एयरपोर्ट्स थे अब 157 हो गए सर पिछले 10 साल में। तो अब तैयारी करने के लिए 157 का करना पड़ रहा है सर अभी।
क्वेश्चन नंबर 43, बालाशोरी।
Sir, question number 43.
Has been placed on the table of the House.
माननीय सदस्य।
Sir, first I congratulate Sri Ram Mohan Naidu Garu for becoming a civil aviation minister. He is the youngest minister in the cabinet and I wish him all the success. Sir, this airport, Vijayawada Airport, comes under my parliamentary constituency. As the chairman of Airport Advisory Committee, I have visited and reviewed the ongoing development works at the airport many occasions. These works were started 2019 and they were supposed to be completed by 2022. But till today, there is no major usable progress. Sir, what is the reason behind the delay? And since Honorable Minister is from my state, he understands the importance of this airport. It is our capital city's airport, that is Amravati, which is the new capital of AP.
ओके माननीय मंत्री।
Therefore,
सप्लीमेंट्री
this airport is important for us. Sir, my question is, what is the new deadline for completion of this project? And how does this minister make sure that this time all the proposed works will be completed before the set deadlines?
Speaker, sir, I totally agree with what the Honorable Member of Parliament has raised here, that this was work which was started in March 2020, June 2020, sir. And the overall estimated cost of the project was 611 crores. And there has been subsequent delay, which was observed because of the COVID that has happened. And also because, like the member has mentioned, I also come from the state, sir. It is the capital airport that we have. But for the last few years, there have been other external factors also in the state which has hampered the progress of this, especially due to the availability of sand and other materials in the state, sir. But right now, we are ensuring that it is going to be completed on time. I've taken it up as a top priority, and the new deadline that we have fixed is June 2025, sir, for this project.
सप्लीमेंट्री पूछना है
Yes, sir.
जी, शॉर्ट में।
Sir, at the outset, let me also thank Honorable Minister as soon as he took the charge. He introduced 2 flights, Vijayawada to Mumbai. Earlier, there was no flight to Mumbai. This was a long pending demand. Sir,
And to Delhi, Vijayawada, Delhi.
sir, and we are requesting, we need a flights from Vijayawada to Calcutta, Vijayawada to Varanasi, and additional flight to Delhi to Visakhapatnam and Tirupati also. And there is a demand for the flights to Sri Lanka, Thailand and Singapore also.
Okay.
So I would like to know from the minister whether these sectors are also in the consideration
देखो,
at the ministry
Sir,
level.
this will open up a whole
ये
new...
माननीय मंत्री जी,
Sir,
ये बहुत अच्छा संकेत है इस देश के लिए कि सभी देश की जनता का और जनता के माध्यम से माननीय सदस्यों की आकांक्षा जगने लगी है कि मेरे यहाँ भी एयरपोर्ट बन जाएगा। ये अच्छे संकेत है देश के लिए।
sir, very much, sir. And like I've just mentioned, the infrastructure around airports has increased so much in the last 10 years. A huge push has been given for Civil Aviation Ministry. And right now, the way members are raising up their demands and asking for new airports or connectivity, it was almost, if you go back 10 years or 20 years back, it used to be the demand with railways, sir. तब railways से पूछते थे कि train चाहिए या फिर stop चाहिए. अब वो हालत airways में आ गया है, sir. तो airways is the new railways of the country, and I'm very proud about it. And especially regarding the connectivity. नहीं उसी के बारे में बोल रहा हूँ.
आप उनका जवाब मत दो.
दादा उसी के बारे में बोल रहा हूँ. Sir, but the honorable member has mentioned about the connectivity, but let me make it clear from the ministry, sir, we don't have any direct jurisdiction which where we interfere with the connectivity of the airlines. It is entirely a demand-driven process, market-driven process, and the airlines decide which connectivity. We offer the infrastructure. अगर airlines बोलता है कि यहाँ से ये मैं वहाँ तक चलाना चाहता हूँ, तो we ensure that there is airport connectivity on both the places, but what we do, sir, because there has been a big demand from all the members कि हमें यहाँ से ये connectivity चाहिए, we are just forwarding the request to the airlines and asking them to favorably consider according to the demand of that airport, sir.
कल्याण बनर्जी जी, सुदीप बंदोपाध्याय जी. कल्याण जी, आपका सुदीप दादा ने छीन लिया.
नहीं सुदीप दादा, he is my leader. Of course he is my leader. His preference is past. He is my leader.
I am happy to see this young minister, whose father was one of my best friends
नहीं,
in 12th
माननीय मंत्री जी सक्रिय हैं बहुत ज्यादा.
His father, Yarana Naidu, was my very dear friend. Balu was there. That was long regime back, 12th and 13th Lok Sabha. He knows it well. So my question is, Calcutta is always, or Bengal is always neglected from all corners. Why second international airport in Calcutta is not taking shape? Proposal has been taken up. Monetary allotment has been done. Space has been proposed by the state government. But why not government is initiating the proposal? One reply is being given by the government that the distance of the second airport from Calcutta has some long distance. But if the government agrees, if the people of Bengal agree, if land is available, why not this second airport international is being initiated immediately, which is the desire and expectation of the people of Calcutta and Bengal for a long time? Will the minister reply in a positive form?
Thank you, sir. And I'd like to thank the honorable senior member also who has given his blessings. And especially regarding Calcutta, sir, the need is there, and definitely if the land is available and the state also supports for the construction and other, the connectivity between the two airports, the two locations that is there. And definitely we are going to take it up positively, sir. And I would request him that we'll definitely meet up after the session also. We can have a special meeting regarding the Kolkata airport, sir, and the development of the new terminal.
माननीय सदस्यगणों, सबकी बहुत मांग है इस विषय पर. बहुत सारे माननीय सदस्यों के सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन आए. इस बार अगर समय बचा तो इस बार, नहीं तो अगली बार कॉल अटेंशन में लेकर इस पर सभी माननीय सदस्यों को बोलने का समय देंगे, ताकि डिटेल चर्चा हो जाए जो कुछ भी परिवर्तन हुए. शॉर्ट में पप्पू यादव जी, शॉर्ट में पूछना, एक लाइन में.
मैं माननीय मंत्री महोदय से आपके माध्यम से पूछना चाहूँगा कि गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी भी और प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी कई बार पूर्णिया एयरपोर्ट, भागलपुर एयरपोर्ट का जिक्र कर चुके हैं कि वो खुल गया, हो गया. अभी तक पूर्णिया लैंड जो बिहार सरकार के द्वारा अधिग्रहण होना था, जिसमें 15 एकड़ लैंड अभी तक अधिग्रहण नहीं है. मैं आपसे मिल करके भी पूर्णिया एयरपोर्ट के निर्माण कार्य की शुरुआत करने का मैंने आग्रह किया है.
माननीय मंत्री जी,
क्या इस साल में पूर्णिया एयरपोर्ट का आप शिलान्यास करके 2 साल के अंदर क्या वहाँ विमान चालू करने का कोई आपका निर्णय है? ये मैं आपसे पूछना.
पप्पू जी बैठ जाइए, नहीं तो लोग कहेंगे बिहार को बहुत ज़्यादा दे रहे हैं.
सर, माननीय सांसद जी हमसे मिल चुके हैं सर इसके, और हमारे अधिकारियों से भी उन्होंने जानकारी ली है. और जो भी थोड़ा ज़मीन का जो इशू था वो भी अभी सेटल होने वाला है सर. तुरंत
दीपेंद्र हुड्डा जी
उसमें प्रारंभ करेंगे.
दीपेंद्र हुड्डा, संबित पात्रा जी शॉर्ट में।
धन्यवाद, आपने ये मौका दिया है। आपके माध्यम से मैं माननीय मंत्री जी से पूछना चाहता हूँ पूरी इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट के विषय में। 2021 में इस एयरपोर्ट के विषय में there was a need which arose for the international airport in Puri, and in the year 2023 the grant for the site clearance was forwarded by the Ministry of Civil Aviation. I just want to know what is the progress in this field, because the airport is to be built in Brahmagiri Tehsil, very close to the Jagannath temple, and because of the relevance of Jagannath temple and Puri being a tourist destination, this airport is of prime importance. So I would like to know through the Honorable Speaker as to how we have progressed in this field. Thank you.
Sir, Puri.
ओके
सर, पूरी जो भगवान जगन्नाथ जी का क्षेत्र वाला एयरपोर्ट है, उसके संबंध में सर, ये जो एयरपोर्ट है ग्रीनफील्ड एयरपोर्ट है सर। और ग्रीनफील्ड एयरपोर्ट जब बनता है, सबसे पहले स्टेट हमें लिखता है कि यहाँ ये ज़मीन हम तैयार कर रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे एक नया एयरपोर्ट बने। और उसी तरह जब हमें प्रपोजल मिला मिनिस्ट्री को कि राज्य वहाँ पे एक एयरपोर्ट बनाना चाहता है, तो हमने उसका इनसाइट क्लियरेंस हमने दे दिया है सर। और जनरल प्रोसीजर ये रहता है, आफ्टर साइट क्लियरेंस इन प्रिंसिपल अप्रूवल के लिए फिर से वो राज्य डीपीआर बनाकर और उसका वो जो भी लैंड का हो, पावर का हो, वाटर का, वो सब तैयार कर वो फिर वापस हमें इन प्रिंसिपल अप्रूवल के लिए रखता है सर। पर अभी तक हमें इन प्रिंसिपल अप्रूवल के लिए स्टेट से कोई कुछ वो आया नहीं सर। बट द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, बिकॉज इट इज़ अ ग्रीनफील्ड एयरपोर्ट बीइंग मेड ऑन पीपीपी मोड, द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लाइज विद द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट टू कंस्ट्रक्ट द एयरपोर्ट। हम साइट क्लियरेंस देते हैं सर, वो दे दिया है। और अगर राज्य हमें लिखता है कि इन प्रिंसिपल अप्रूवल चाहिए, तो हम जरूर उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई करके वो देंगे सर। पर अभी तक आया नहीं सर अप्रूवल।
क्वेश्चन नंबर 44 श्री शफी परिमल। हाँ बोलो, आप तो चालू जाएगा माइक, आप चिंता मत करो। आप बोलो, क्वेश्चन नंबर बोलो आप।
44 सर, क्वेश्चन नंबर 44 It's on the table of the house.
माननीय सदस्य।
Sir, you are an young minister. I know your answers will not be templates or copy paste. Sir, I know you will be having an intent to do something for our NRI communities. Sir, they are treated like people deported from the country by the airlines. At times, the airline prices will be 5,000 or 6,000. For the same distance during the vacation, during the season, when they come to meet their family, they are being charged 50,000, 60,000, sir, even to 85,000 for economic class. Sir, how can a 4-member family afford this? How can they come back? Sir, people at the time of their parents' death, they can't even come for their funeral, sir. It's a sad state of condition for our NRI party, sir. Something must happen. We must involve in, sir. They are not orphans. We have a government to question the airline companies treating them very bad. So I kindly request you involve in this to take some actions regarding this.
The honorable member has raised a very important question, sir, and of course I sympathize with the issues that he has flagged. And regarding the rules that we have within the ministry, sir, this is a market-driven approach that the airlines use for deciding the airfares. In fact, after I took charge as the Minister for Civil Aviation, my immediate commitment to the people of this country was I want to make the air prices affordable. I didn't know what was going through it. I was not aware of the rules, but I gave a commitment to the people that we are going to make it affordable, sir. And from my ministry, I am ensuring that whatever process can be involved in trying to ensure that happens, sir, we are trying to do. Now, right now, the rules are totally against doing that, sir. We don't have anything that at one point of time, when the DGCA wanted to do something also, the courts also got involved, sir. It is a very, very tricky process. And even when deciding the air prices, there are a lot of factors, lot of parameters that come into play. And especially one situation that the whole country needs to be aware of, there are 800 odd planes in the country. And because of engine issues, sir, almost 120 planes are grounded right now. They are not able to fly because of the lack of aircraft that we have in our fleet. there is a lot of additional burden on the existing aircrafts also, which is also driving up the prices, sir. And right now, and the happy thing that the country should know is that we have 1,200 aircrafts on order, which is the highest in the world, sir. The country with the highest aircraft orders is India, and we are ensuring that they come on time, they be delivered on time, when we are ensuring from the ministry whatever best we can do in this. And additionally, sir, if there are already, like I said, civil aviation requirements, already rules in place which protects the passenger. If the airlines is trying to manipulate any situation, if they are not trying to give them prior information, if they are not trying to give them a refund, there are rules already in place. If the honorable member has any specific case that has happened, we are very much willing to support the case and fight on behalf of the passenger and ensure that his right is protected, sir. Customer is always the king. That is our priority in the ministry, sir. Thank you.
Sayoni Ghosh.
Second supplement.
Thank you very much.
एक मिनट
Thank
माननीय सदस्य सप्लीमेंट
सेकंड सप्लीमेंट्री
हाँ बोलिए माइक चालू हो जाता है
Sir, you talk about specific cases. Sir, this extreme exploitation has become a new normal for them. Sir, 1,10,000 crore is the remittance from NRI people a state like us receive. Sir, what we give them back? Sir, why can't we constitute a high-level committee to check into this, to hear out our people, to know the social and economic consequences, to enact a new law, to stop this exploitation? Why can't we formulate a high-level committee, sir?
It is a suggestion being given by the honorable member, sir. We'll definitely look into it.
Sayoni Ghosh.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir, and congratulations to our Minister, sir. Sir, there has been a rampant increase of elderly passengers and senior citizens traveling by airline due to various causes like physical convenience and saving time. So is there any senior citizen discount or concession available right now? If so, then details thereof. And if not, then will the minister take into consideration any sort of concession or discount for senior citizens or measures for ease of commutation and easier access?
I would like to comment on behalf of the ministry, sir. Sir, definitely whatever best we can do for the differently abled community or the senior citizens of this country, we are going to do, sir. And I don't specifically have what is being done on that side, but I'll pass on the information to the honorable member, sir.
Sri Dayanidhi Maran.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir. Sir, we have a young dynamic minister.
हम तो आपको मौका देते हैं, लेकिन हम तो आपको मौका देते हैं, लेकिन बैठे-बैठे बहुत टिप्पणी करते हो आप.
I apologize, sir. Sir, I'd like to congratulate a young and dynamic minister. We wish you very best for the part of DMK party. We really welcome you. Your father was a good friend of DMK. Sir, I have the habit of booking out my ticket for Delhi online through Vistara Airlines, which belongs to Tata's. And the software is handled by Tata's TCS. So this is seen, every time I see, when I book a ticket, it's around 33,000 rupees, sir, one-way ticket from Chennai to Delhi. When I go to make the payment, an error message comes. The moment the error message comes, the price goes to 93,000 rupees or 78,000 rupees. What? Yes, sir. This has been happening because probably Tata, TCS is using a supremacy in this software. And because we have so everyone's got a miles account, so we are logged in. So this is happening very frequently, even from Delhi to Chennai or Chennai. So this doesn't come under the DGCA rules, because DGCA is only in charge when the airline cancels a flight or reschedules a flight. But this is happening in the software front. Sir, there's a conspiracy happening. And we would like you to do an inquiry, thorough inquiry, because Tata now is the monopoly in the business segment. So this money is paid by the government of India. The ticket fare.
माननीय मंत्री जी, माननीय सदस्य ने बहुत गंभीर विषय उठाया है और ये बहुत गंभीर है, इसकी जांच होनी चाहिए. ये कई माननीय सदस्यों ने शिकायत की क्योंकि इसका पैसा पार्लियामेंट से जाता है, इसलिए मैं चिंता है.
Definitely, sir. We'll get the matter investigated, and also like our senior member has mentioned, DGCA looks after the rights of the passengers and it dwells into that. And also there is DGCA traffic monitoring, tariff monitoring unit also, which looks after this specific issue that you have said. So we are going to investigate that. We are going to ensure that this kind of incidents doesn't happen in the future, sir. Thank you.
Question number 45,